It's me, the Hoovian Rain, and welcome to another special video because it is Monday for us Aussies, so you know what's going on. Yes, I am jumping on the hype train with saying of the new cast, 13th Doctor. Now, I didn't stay up to 2:30 because I literally could not be bothered. I was just like, okay, I'll just wait for it until the morning and then do a video on it. So, yes, here we are. So, 13th Doctor. Jodie Whittaker is the 13th Doctor. And this is not that's not my reaction, that's the fans' reaction. This is like and judging by going through all the comments of like reaction videos and even the official announcement, it's not looking too good. So, Jodie Whittaker is going to be the first female Doctor. And I'm actually kind of surprised. The thing is, for me, what do I think of it? I'm like in the middle. I'm like, okay, that could be good. It's like, I can see why they would do it, but then again, it's like, why would you change after like 53 years? And I'm not being sexist at all, because there's lots of, this is going to be, I feel like this is going to be like freaking newspapers or something, like whatever UK have in there. It's going to be in the newspapers saying that, oh, Doctor Who is now, fans are complaining about sexism, about, you know, all that stuff. And yeah, that's probably going to go, that's going to go on for a while. Now, I've never heard of Jodie Whittaker. I mean, there were a lot of people rumoured for Broadchurch, of course. Olivia Colman. Some diehard Tennant fans wanted David back. But get used to it. David Tennant is never coming back. The only time I'll ever see him is in an anniversary story. He's not coming back as a Doctor. That's just insane. Like, even if my Doctor Paul McGann was coming back, I'll be a bit excited. But then, why are you returning as the 15th Doctor? Why are you doing that? It's just, can't we just go back? Can't we just have like a, what's stopping us going back to the mini-series or the 8th Doctor or something? So, I am kind of unsure, so I'll explain why. So, the good thing I like about it is they are taking risks. This is a massive risk they're taking, and I think that is brilliant. Because after a while, they haven't really been taking a lot of risks. Like, probably the last big risk they sort of did was the ISIS thing in the Zygon 2-parter in Series 9. And, of course, then there's sort of a little slightly influence in Series 10 about racism. With, of course, Bill being a black woman, and in the with like especially in Thin Ice, of course, you got that, yeah. So I like how they're taking more risks. That's a really good thing they're taking, because this is definitely going to be probably the biggest risk that we're going to have. The next thing, the thing that makes me sort of go down is why change it now? Like, just sort of like, you've got this character who's just been male for like 53 years, and it's like, why change the show now? It's like, it's a little odd, don't you think? And it's just going to be a bit strange, and like, people were comparing, like, what about Missy? What about Missy? She was female. Well, the thing was, Missy was a minor character. We didn't see her in every single episode, so she's like a villain, except she's like a, she's not seen much. She's only seen in like the series finals and stuff. And I really liked Missy. She was brilliant compared to the 12th Doctor, because that was a good thing. She was Scottish, so she could relate to Capaldi's Doctor, and like that chemistry between them. That's one of the good things about her being in her episodes. Even though like with Dark Water and Death in Heaven. Those were good. Yeah, so I mean, it just feels like, why now? Like, this is definitely going to split the fandom. Probably, if the series goes as what we're all thinking, which I hope it doesn't, because that's probably going to lead to, because it feels, one thing it feels like this is the BBC's last chance to get the viewing figures up, because the viewing figures will be going all the way down, and I feel like, okay, we've got to think of something to get these viewing figures. We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do the big one. We're going to have to make the Doctor a woman. And it just feels like this is their only hope for being cancelled. And yeah, I mean, it feels like they're at their vulnerableness, which they shouldn't be. They should be really strong after Series 10, because, to be honest, for me, Series 10 is my second favourite series of all time. It is so good. I loved it. And I felt that should have been the redeeming thing. Like, I felt, for me personally, I know some people didn't think this, but I think Series 10 paid off that whole 1 year wait, even though Class happened. But, you know, let's just sweep that under the carpet. No one talks about Class these days. I haven't even bought the DVD yet, and I don't plan to, because that was bloody awful. So yes, I can see why people are coming. I can see where people are coming from. It feels like a last resort before the show gets cancelled. And I mean, this is a totally different path, because a lot of people have been theorising that history is repeating itself, because it's like, you know, we've got the 10th Doctor, who's the 5th Doctor. We've got basically the 6th Doctor, which is the 11th Doctor, and no one hates the 11th Doctor, but the viewing figures start to decrease a bit, because David Tennant was really high back in his era. Like, Series 4 was at the top of his thing, and then when Series 5 happened, I mean, the episodes are still good, but the viewing figures were going down, and it was like, yeah, it was, and then we got, which was happened to the 6th Doctor, except the 6th Doctor had bad writing. In the early days, I don't think Matt Smith didn't really have any bad writing for his ones. But then we had Peter Capaldi, and then, of course, Sylvester McCoy, and then basically they have to throw into the one last thing being cancelled. So there's like, so take that whole theorising, and then chuck that out the window, because now we have a bigger risk than usual of female Doctor. So overall, I have no idea what I think of this. I can see it both being good and bad. I'm just not sure which one to agree on yet. But I can definitely see where the fans are coming from. This is definitely going to split the fandom. Like, a lot of people complain that Doctor Who is becoming more politics and not what it used to be back in the classic era. And for me, being more of a classic fan, I can see what that's coming from. But yeah, a few people like are thinking, like Classic Who fans are thinking, this is not very good, like, this is not really for me and stuff. And I definitely can see where they're coming from. I think that's going to be, this will be a good risk, but it's still going to take probably lots of the viewing figures out, because that's not going to be the casual viewing, that's going to be the fans. And that's not good. But I mean, I'm still going to watch it. To be honest, I don't care, even if we get basically there's a whole season 24 of episodes, and we've got, you know, terrible writing, terrible scripts, terrible sets. I'm still going to watch it, because that proves dedication. So, yes. And then anyway, it's like Nardal. Like, we all hated him at the Husbands of River Song, and then after, 2 years, until we got to Series 10, like, the Return of Dr. Mysterio definitely developed his character, but not quite enough. Like, when we heard Nardal was coming back for the Return of Dr. Mysterio, like, then when we had the Return of Dr. Mysterio, he was like, good. And then Series 10 was like, yeah, he's good. He's brilliant. Like, Nardal's pretty funny in Series 10. Not so much in the ones before, but he was brilliant in Series 10. So, to condense all of this in one, I don't know. I'm unsure. I'm unsure about this idea, about this. It's like some of me likes it, some of me doesn't like it, and of course the reasons were back there. But yes, so yes. So I think that wraps up the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and a comment. Actually discuss what your thoughts on being Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor as a woman. Don't be so cynical on it, because really that's the last thing we need. Like, just don't be too like wild, saying like, oh, the Doctor is sexist, this is terrible and stuff. Just, you know, calm the bloody hell down. Like, seriously, all of you are going crazy on the YouTube, on the actual announcement video. Just calm down. Let's try and get past this. Okay, let's just take this back when Nardal was announced and we saw him, we were like, oh no, we're gonna just, you know, crap talk him. Yeah, I mean, this should be the biggest, like, thing to look at. Like, Nardal was everyone agreed was terrible as a companion. He was probably down there with Doo-Doo. But he was just like, but then he proved us wrong. So I reckon we should be applying that knowledge, that sort of thing, with Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. I think that we should do that. So yes, don't be too cynical, because that's not cool. So anyway, make sure to check out my social media below. I'm very active on Twitter. That is the most active social media I am. I'm more active on that than I am on here, because, you know, I don't have to edit everything. I don't have to make a video on it. But yes, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. This is me, the Whovian Reds, signing out. Goodbye.